Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, good evening, everybody. Hello, Dragon. How are you? We are listening to a little bit of OC Remix just now. A remix of a character theme from the very game that we are going to be playing starting tonight. Now, I'm really excited for this. Yeah, same. It has, honest to God, been a day. My lord, has it been a day. But I am happy to be here now. My sleep schedule is a disaster now. Today really ruined my sleep schedule. I had to be somewhere like stupid early in the morning, so like I didn't sleep last night and expected that I could just like nap through the middle of the day, but then I overslept that nap, so now I don't really know what to do. But we're gonna that's a me problem, not a you guys problem. So what we're gonna do today, as you can hear the music in the background, anybody who's familiar with this series can probably already place this music. Also, the stream category gives it away. But today we are going to be starting a Let's Play of Final Fantasy IX. Hell yeah! This is one of my favorite Final Fantasies. Is it my actual favorite? That's an impossible question to answer. Excuse me. But is it a really good one? You bet it is. So we're going to get started on this Let's Play. So my experience with Final Fantasy games goes back. It goes back so far. I can't even really describe. I mean, I was playing Final Fantasy VII as a grade schooler. I pretty much played everyone past 7. I've dabbled in the old school ones. But as far as finishing long form games like this, as I have said, that is one of my weaknesses. So while I have played this game extensively, while I have put a lot of time and effort into it over the years, I have never finished it. I've come pretty close, but I've never cleared it. And definitely here on the Steam release, I haven't even gotten close. So we are going to start up a game. Well, I need to make sure that I am. There we go. Aha! Now I have control of the menu. So here we go. So really, without any further ado, I mean, if I were to give any sort of ado to this game, it is that the story is really wild and contains a lot of, but really, the story of this one's really interesting because it really involves a lot of very personal level building through a huge part of the game. Whereas something like Final Fantasy VII, it's game two games before this one in the series, you had like world level stakes right away, right? Like right from day one, you had like world level stakes going on, and you had these big ideals and character motivations that are like very, very large. Final Fantasy IX starts very, very small and stays very, very small for a long time. That's like the main thing about this game. It's all based on the individual characters. All the interactions are based on the individual characters. There doesn't really start to be, until you start to hit like the mid game, there doesn't really start to be particularly big overblown plots. Even the like big overblown plots are still driven by the individual characters, and the only reason our characters get involved in that stuff is because of their interactions with each other. It's so minute and character focused, this game. That's what I love about it. It's what I've always loved about it. And so, without any further ado, here we go. New game. I am playing with a controller, by the way, so I'm not playing with keyboard and mouse. This game is not voice acted, by the way. you will be getting patented Tanistugent voice acting through most of this run. The graphics of this game are beautiful for it being... Can you imagine this game came out in, like, the early 2000s? Obviously, these are the pre-rendered cutscenes. The actual game is going to be different. But, like, just look at the graphic fidelity on these pre-rendered cutscenes. And we have our transition into gameplay. Sure is dark. Aha, I clicked out of the game for a minute. I'm gonna have to make sure to keep the game in focus. Guess nobody's here yet. So we have our introduction to the basic controls. There is like camera rotation and stuff like that, but it's pretty minor. Mostly you'll get camera rotation stuff in the world, like on the world map. So now I'm moving my character around. So this is like the introduction to gameplay. Yep, it's telling me what to do to light the candle in the middle of the room, but there are also... Exploring the world in this game is very important. Walking around, anytime that you have something that's interactable that you're standing next to, that exclamation mark will pop up. That's usually how you find items, but it also is something just like this, where this is the flying ship that we were on, the flying ship from the opening there. That's where we are. That's like the registration card for it. And sometimes if it's a question mark instead of an exclamation mark, that means that there's like an option. Who's there? Ah! I have a chance to name my character. We are actually just going to go with the default names, I think. Might as well do that. Yeah, let's just use the default names for this playthrough. Because these old games were non-voice acted, you could name the characters as you saw fit. But I think for this sort of canonical playthrough, we're going to leave everybody's names as default. It's me, Zidane. By the way, I pronounced the character... Oh, this is going to be interesting. I didn't even think about this with using the character's default names. No, because the game is not voice acted, nobody historically has been quite sure how to pronounce this damn character's name. I pronounce it Zidane with a long A, but I've heard so many different pronunciations of this name. Let me know what you think you would pronounce this character's name as, because for me it's Zidane. So that's how I'm going to be pronouncing it. Zidane. It's me, Zidane. Hey Zidane, you sure are late. Sorry, so where's the boss? Ain't here yet. And then a scary man in a dragon mask has jumped us, and we are going to have our first combat tutorial. This uses the old school JRPG combat system. But it has the active component. There's on the bottom right, which I'm partially obscuring on your screen. You can see the ATB, the active time battle gauge. This active time battle gauge, as it fills up, I'm actually gonna steal from this guy because he's got some useful stuff. As the active battle gauge fills up, the menu for that character's actions will open. Once the menu opens, you can issue commands. The game does not stop while you are... There's one more item, this guy. The game does not stop while you're issuing commands. So you've got to kind of be relatively quick with it. Now, there is an option for you to select. There is an option for you to select that sometimes it will actually pause the game. For instance, like if you make a selection for a command and actually like right now, I've made a selection for a command. The game itself is a lot that I did not expect. Hold on. There's really only one way for me to fix that, and that's by taking it down at the raw. So for instance, right now, the game is actually paused because I have issued a command, but I have not selected the target for that command. And so to make sure that I don't feel rushed in this stage, so that I can select, because I can select my own players, my own characters, for some abilities and stuff like that. And so sometimes crafting some of the later game strategies requires me to target very specific characters, very specific abilities. So while the targeting screen is up, the ATB gauges are not filling, and the enemies are not taking their turn. But anywhere else, like on this menu, ATB gauges are filling while this menu is up. So I need to make selections on that menu relatively quickly. I know there's one more item he's got. I am getting very bad luck, and Cinna has fallen. That's fine, it does not really matter. I know you've got one more. Because the message changes. Because the message there that says I could not steal anything up at the top will change to has nothing to steal once he has nothing left. Really? Come on, guys. This is pretty bad RNG. I am like certain he has like an early upgrade, weapon upgrade for Zidane. This is actually wild. I don't think I've ever had luck this bad in the tutorial fight. Can't find my wire. I'm never gonna do project without it. Wire, huh? There it is! Finally! Jesus! Alright, now we got him. Oh, my head! Go easy, you guys! Use a potion to restore HP. Whew. Hey, fools! You're looking a lot better. Blah, ha, 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 ha. All right, let's start this meeting already. Turns out the man in the dragon mask was our boss. Playing a prank on us as usual. Here's the plan. Tantalus, the infamous band of daring thieves, that's us, is heading to the kingdom of Alexandria. Our mission? To kidnap the heir to the throne, Princess Garnet. I'll take it from here, so listen up. Our ship's about to dock at Alexandria. And when it does, We're gonna put on our costumes and perform I Want to Be Your Canary, the most popular play in Alexandria. Break a leg, Marcus, because you're playing the lead. Leave the acting to me. Of course, the real kidnappers will be Blank and Zidane. I'll distract the audience from backstage with these little buggers. I can't stand Oglops. But I'll manage, so don't worry about me. That'll be your cue, Zidane. Alright, and that's when I kidnap Princess Garnet, right? You bet! You're gonna kidnap the most babylicious beauty in all of Alexandria, Princess Garnet! And we have a continuation of the opening cutscene. Just look at that reflection index. Ah, that slow reveal that we're zoomed in on like a reflective crystal for that shot is, God, just fucking beautiful. Citizen Kane, eat your heart out. Are you all right? Here, you dropped your ticket. Bye-bye. So now you'll notice I'm now in control of a different character. Again, exploring the environment, very important. Whew, just a little longer. Darling, I'm home. I'm not done with Ilya's dress yet. Come back later. Every year it's always the same. You're spoiling them grandkids, I say. Is that you, Ilya? Your new dress is almost done. The pattern is making me dizzy. Oof. The same thing? Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether or not like the exclamation mark you're getting is the same exclamation mark as like this one as OP here, because like obviously right now I'm pointed in a different direction, so I kind of, you'll see me sometimes select the same thing multiple times. It's just gonna happen. Oh, well, I stole Grandma's savings of a grand total of 9 gil. I have found a potion. Classic JRPG, continuation of the Link going in and breaking Fang card. Ah, so that's an introduction to a side mechanic to this game, which is that there's a actual card game baked into this game called Tetramasters. We will get into that at some point. There's a potion. Oof, I've been bumped into. Will you get out of my way? So everyone is making their way up the aisle here, so I suppose I will do the same. Honorable nobles of Treno, Castle Alexandria is this way. Brr. It's a hilarious little bit of Foley. While this game is bereft of any voice acting, it is not 33 gil. It is not bereft of sound effects, and some of the sound effects are freaking hilarious. A flan card. Ah, the Steam version includes that little pop-up that you saw next to somebody. When you can play a game of Tetra Masters with somebody, that little card icon pops up when you're standing next to them. I don't know why I'm depressed. I have a ticket to see a great show. I should be happy. The show will be busy tonight, but it'll also be the last time we'll be so busy. Ominous. There's one thing I wanted to check out. This guy here in the foreground. Wow, nobles are so spiffy. Goblin card. Checking all of these little areas, staying on the side of the walkways, like running up against the wall. This is something that you gotta do. Doug's item shop. Because there's so many items that are not in any way actually visible. How'd you get a ticket for the show? You better head straight to the ticket booth in the square. You have to get your ticket stamped there before you can enter the castle. So we have a ticket to the show that is going to be put on by the characters that we were just playing as, apparently. Good afternoon. We have an item shop, we have an item vendor who sells your basic JRPG staples, potions, Phoenix Downs. Phoenix Downs are your revival items in the Final Fantasy universe. They revive a downed character. Potions increase hit points. Antidotes cure poison. Eye drops cure blindness. And the tent is useful on the world map to heal all of your hit points and basically act as a mobile sort of reset point in the world map progression. All right. Continuing along with the crowd. So ticket, there's obviously been a place set up here. Oh. Apparently we can jump rope. Kind of forgot about that. Hold on, I want to try a little more. Little timing mini game. There are lots of these little mini games all throughout the game. I apparently got 10 gil for that. There are lots of little silly mini games like that spread all throughout the game. I hid my 3 precious cards in a safe place. Which sword to buy? I wish I had a little more money. I keep telling my son we'll go out of business, but he never comes home. Found your wire, thanks, cat. Oh, man. I'm taking my wife to the theater tonight, so we shall close soon. Ether. Yeah, an extenuation of the old JRPG process of just walking into homes and collecting whatever that isn't nailed down. Married for 30 years, worked our rear ends off, and finally we can afford a ticket to the show. I'm so happy. Seems like the show is a really big deal. Flowers for sale, a perfect gift for the one you love. Do you like flowers too? Wait, who doesn't like flowers? The blossoms in Alexandria are quite splendid, don't you think? It's a very different game, Final Fantasy IX, versus some of the other games in the series. Alright, well, let's go to the ticket booth. Can I help you, son? Why don't you tell me about the town? The Kingdom of Alexandria is a fine country ruled by Queen Bran. Well, what's showing today? This year's performance is the masterpiece I Want to Be Your Canary. The Tantalus Company is performing. Oh, well, I've got a ticket for that. Here. What's this? There's something odd about this ticket. Why, it's another fake. I've seen so many today. Oh no, we've got a fake ticket. No! No, don't cry. I know how you must feel. We got scalped and scammed. Yeah, I'll give you these. Do try to cheer up now. I received a goblin card, a fang card, and a skeleton card. More cards. Talk to Alleyway Jack to learn more about these cards. Good luck, lad. I saw the nobles first. I saw the nobles first. What do you mean there's no vacancies? Yes, you see, really quite sorry. What? I don't believe this. I have a reservation, damn it. Oh, this hit's too real for me. Jeez. Thanks. City people are so scary. I've not settled on a voice for BB yet. Oh, hello. Busy, busy, busy. Pardon me, sir. Out of the way, please. Sorry, no vacancies today. Oh, not an exit that way. Gotta attempt the 1,000 jump rope challenge. Yeah, I mean, if I remember correctly, it's available later on in the game, so I might do it then, but not today. Not today, my friend. Also, hey there, Filippo. How you been? It's been a while. Good to see you again. Oh, we've tripped. Blast it. Hey, you made me miss, you little klutz. Holidays, right? No, I know. Oh, that should do it. Well, it's been a long day. Yeah, between holidays and a lot of, like, health issues in my own family, yeah, it's been a season. Hey, you, Shrimp. You're the one with the phony ticket, ain't ya? I saw the guy tell you that it was fake. Are you Alleyway Jack? Do I look like that loser? But I'll let you in to see the show if you become my slave. One of those games I love watching people play. It is probably my favorite casual play through of the Final Fantasy series. I've never actually completed it though. I've never finished it. I've gotten a fair amount of the way through, but I've never finished it. Well, what do you say? All right. Do a winter storm, really hoping. Yeah, winter storm coming across here as well. Looking like it's gonna be a kind of a nasty Christmas. Awesome. Now for your first assignment, you go stand over there and see if anyone's coming. All clear? Sure, yeah, it's clear. Awesome. Engage according to mission parameters, which are... We are stealing a ladder. Sure. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. This is the wrong character. Excuse me, but is your name Alleyway Jack? Huh? How did you know my name? If you know who I am, you probably want to challenge me to a card game, huh? What? You don't even know how to play? Do you want me to teach you? Well, why not? I finished one job already. Follow me, kid. Watch it. Yeah, you're familiar with 10 and 10-2. Yeah, no, this was... a very different design philosophy from 10 and 10.2. As I sort of said at the top of the stream, this is a very character-focused experience. It's not about really the world itself. In fact, a large part of the world to go is it's kind of just undelved into, in a sense. At least some parts of the world. In exchange, you get really intense deep dives into the characters. And like I said, I'm really just excited to get back at it for the first time in years and actually finish the damn thing finally. Start with the basics. You need 5 cards to play the card game. To play a game, approach somebody and press the X button, which that's PlayStation controls, so that does not map to my Xbox controller. Some people may not be interested. In that case, move on to someone else. Do you understand now? I know how the game plays, so I'm not going to go through all the tutorials, but this is the only town where I'm called Alleyway Jack. I go by other names elsewhere. They're also just aliases, of course. You want to know my real name? I'll tell you when you get better. Thank you. Alright. Both absolutely adorable and amazingly in-depth. Adorable is the word. If I'm here, I'll throw you some tips away from the obscure stuff to find. I used to own, like, the Prima Vista official strategy guide, so, like, I'm aware of some obscure things, but anything that you can do, as long as you're not, like, throwing any like, spoilers in the chat, if you want to throw me some hints here and there, I am not opposed to it. Alright, so anyway, we're back where we left off. We had a quick dalliance with Alleyway Jack. Yeah, the like early 2000s world of strategy guides. Hell yeah. Oh, hello again. Oh, this is Ilya. This is the little girl who's they were making the dress for in the other part of town. Spoilers, no bueno. Especially because, like I said, it's been years. I've never finished the game, so like a lot of the plot points I don't even like remember, or like I'm vaguely aware of. Don't even think about trying to sneak into the castle by boat. I tried that last year, but them guards caught me in a lickety split. Newfangled mist-powered ships float through the air, but true ships are supposed to float on water, right, Shunny? I mean, is this a no true boatsman situation? My kitten Mittens ran away. Tell me if you see him. Alright, so we gotta go hunt down a cat. In fact, the game strategy guide required internet. Yes, I remember that! I remember that! Yes, like each section had like a code associated with it. And you would go onto Prima Vista's official website, punch in the code, and each code would redirect you to like a different page with like that specific piece of information. Loving the chance for you to voice act. I do like to voice act here and there. Wow, she was standing watch over 3 gil. This part of the game always makes me feel bad, like this very beginning where I'm just like walking around stealing crap from people's houses and it's like 3 gil or like 9 gil. Literally just like taking their like little scrounged away savings. I forget, is there a, oh, there is a run button. Haha! I had forgotten there was a run button. And if I'm not mistaken, the kitten is down here. If like, again, I've played through the beginning enough times that I should know most of this stuff. Vivi's present social interactions is so minimal, he wouldn't have a considered crime. That's actually legitimately true. Oh, you found him. Come here. Thanks. That's actually a legitimately true. Like, Vivi at this point in the story would literally be just like, ooh, shiny, touch. And then it's in his pocket. Nobles always come to Alexandria to see the annual performance. I sure hope I can find a good rooftop to see the play from this year. I wanna like preface something that I said earlier, where I said like that the world is like left somewhat unexplored. I don't mean to say that the world building that exists is bad, because there's like lots of really good world building in this game. They're just built to commemorate the General Madeline, who fought in the 9th Lindblum War in 1389. The tender age of 13, General Madeline fought against the Lindblum army with only 9 soldiers under her command. She died in 1401, well before her time. Isn't the play about to begin? Why, you're no city child. You aren't a noble child either. But the world building is not, like, the goal, right? Like, in Final Fantasy VII, the world building is a lot of the goal, especially in the early part of the game. Obviously, it gets very deep into, like, the character backstories and all the big twists and turns about the different characters and stuff like that. Again, no spoilers. But 7 gets, you know, spends a lot of the game, like, trying to tell you the story of its world. This game doesn't really do that. There's enough world building to make it interesting and to make the characters interesting. And again, what is here is quite good. Thanks. Here, this is for you. We got a bomb card. We got a bomb card. Hell yeah. Bit of 90s slang for you. We're gonna climb up this tower. It's very dangerous. You go first. Again, just check around all the different edges before you go anywhere. Political intrigue of this game is also quite amazing. I mean, it is. Like I said, what is here is really good. But it also doesn't get itself bogged down in the weeds. Like, you know, you don't have to worry about, like, 50 different characters in the political intrigue. The political intrigue is between, like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 characters, right? Oh, God. Ha ha! Excuse me. Wow, that got in my throat. What the heck was that? Sorry about that, Kupo. That's Kupo. He's a mogul. Kupo! And this is slave number 1. Try and get along, okay? Kupo! Pleased to meet you. I'm sorry, I enter you in Mogul Diary. If you want to save game onto save folder, just ask us moguls. Kupo! And you can regain health if you have a 10. Kupo! Got it. Glad I could be of help. Kupo! Alright, time for some upward mobility. He, like, absolutely nails climbing up that ladder, carrying another ladder. Like, absolutely nails it. Kupo, you here? Kupo, Stiltskin, why that get up? You leaving, Kupo? Yeah, and this time I might be away for a long time. I'll miss you, Kupo. Now, don't you worry, I'll write. Okay, Kupo. Well, I'm off. Take care. I don't know why I landed in like a Bob Ross voice for Stiltskin. Oh, and say hi to Mosh in the castle for me. I'm not entirely sure why I landed on a Bob Ross or Stiltskin. That's kind of a weird choice. Was that a friend of yours? Yes, Kupo! A very special one, Kupo! Nice slave! I thought I ordered you up here! Alright, and we are going to save our game for the first time. Honestly, it feels right. Stiltskin's a worldly and kind. I know, right? Like, it just, that was like, that voice choice just lived in me, and then it just came out all at once. Whoa, I'll tell you about Mognet. Mognet is a mail delivery system between moguls. We can send and receive letters to and from moguls and other locations. Kupo! But delivery has been very sporadic lately. Yeah, they must be on Spectrum. So I want you to help us deliver mail. Kupo! Will you help us? Sure. I have a favor to ask, Kupo. I want you to deliver a letter to Monty. Thanks, Kupo. Now, the Mognet minigame, it's less of a minigame and more of a, like, just thing you're supposed to sort of do, just like a checklist item in each new zone. I do and don't like it. It can be kind of annoying because some of these are in chains, and so you, like, and because the game is an old school JRPG, it's pretty linear, right? So if you miss a link in the chain because you, like, didn't talk to a mogul, or you moved past, or you just forgot to hit the Mognet button, you can actually break some of the, like, chains. You have to, like, go back to each one in order and figure out which letter you didn't deliver. But it's gonna start if we don't hurry. So I think that it's a weird little system they've got in play there. Come on, get over here. Let me guess, you're afraid of heights, aren't you? It's okay, just pretend you're on the ground. Worst advice, NA. Come on already, we're running out of time. Missable quest, I know. Well, I mean, like, one of the super weapons is time missable, right? Like, you literally have to, like, get to the end of the game in, like, 12 hours or something. Which, by the way, if you couldn't already tell, not gonna happen in this run. That's so not gonna happen in this run. Not again. Don't worry, it won't fall. I guess it fell. No point in worrying now, right? $29 gil in somebody's, like, chimney. It's a fair hiding spot, I guess. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I don't even know your name. Considered trying that once and I remembered I don't hit myself. I mean, if this run goes well, if we get to the end of it and I clear it, I might start a second run that's like speed run strats just to try and clear the game as fast as possible. We're using default names, by the way. So your name's Vivi, huh? Kinda funny name. My name's Puck. Pleased to meet you. Also of note, this game wears its theatrical inspirations on its sleeve. So if you're very well versed in things like Shakespeare specifically, you will get a lot out of like a lot of the individual references. 92 gil. All right. Whew. We finally made it. So this is it. This was the whole master plan, was that the roofs come close, but not quite close enough to the wall. And this is it, like that ladder can't be more than like 3 feet tall. And these guys are short, right, relative to other people. This, I think, is so funny. These guys are short, right? Like, either one of these two probably can't make that jump, at least not make it safely. But like a regular sized person in this world could probably make that jump pretty easily. Like, there's just like an exposed, like, what's the word I want here? Scaffolding on the outside of the wall, right next to the rooftops, which it's an established fact that lots of people watch the show from the rooftops. Like the poor people that can't afford a ticket watch from the rooftops, right? So they know people are going to be hanging out on the rooftops. There is a rooftop that comes right up to the edge of the castle and nobody's watching it. This whole thing is very funny to me. Come on, let's go. So like that's the whole master plan. They just needed like a 5-foot ladder to like cross a 5-foot gap. You dabbled a bit in the Bard. As a theater major myself, I spent a significant amount of time reading and exploring the works of the Bard. These pre-rendered cutscenes are so freaking pretty. I mean, some of the character gen is weird, but... What an iconic character design, Queen Bran. Eyeliner on point. Look at this man. Coolest he's gonna look for like 100 hours of gameplay. Slight spoilers. He is beauty, he is grace. He is Miss United States. Also, the music in this game is awesome. Look at her dance and living her best life. Look at her go. Queen Bran. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. Our heroine, Princess Cornelia, is torn from her lover Marcus. She attempts to flee the castle, only to be captured by her father, King Leo. When our story begins, Marcus, having heard of this, crosses swords with the king. He better fall on his face, I assume, don't know the story, but he looks icky. And now, your royal majesty, Queen Bran, your highness, Princess Garnet, noble ladies and lords, and our rooftop viewers, Tantalus proudly presents, I Want to Be Your Canary. No spoilers, his character's very funny to me, that's all. Thou hast lost even thy love. Fortune hath escaped thee. For what end shalt thou live? God, it's been a while. For the sake of our friend, let us bury our steel in the heart of the wretched King Leo. Aye! We shall back thee, kinsman. Pray, sheathe thy sword. This villain is mine alone. Nay, kinsmen, for I too have lost a brother to this fiend. What ho? Out, vermin, away! By the way, I'm not clicking through this. This is how fast this goes. All who stand in my way will be crushed. Treacherous Leo, my kinsman's suffering shall not be in vain, for I shall instruct thee in his incomparable pain. Yeah, that just goes at that speed. I didn't click through any of that. The first few times I played this game, I missed all that dialogue just because it just automatically skips through, and I couldn't read it fast enough. All right. So this is another. This fight operates under the same rules as the last one, where it's effectively a tutorial fight. Whoops. Do I not have the? Can I not steal in this fight? Do I not have the steal command? I guess I don't. There are these like SFX, which I can pop one or two of just to show off that they're really just like, they're literally just SFX, right? They're just there to make it look cool. There is there's a mechanic where like this whole performance is actually being judged by the nobles and stuff like that, and you actually get a reward at the end of it. Like, you know, they throw money on stage and stuff at the end of it, and you can actually get there's like a kind of an interesting item, I think, or there's like a rare item that you can get if it's really high, and I think like the number of SFX you pop in this fight like affects that. I'm not sure. Most of the mechanic for that, for like the nobles liking the show, comes from a special stone. That's what I thought. Okay. Most of it comes from, there's going to be a sword fight that's going to happen in a little bit here. Most of it comes from that. Thou hast not seen the last of me, Marcus. Come back. Out of the way, blank. Consider this, Zidane. If Prince Schneider were to marry Princess Cornelia, peace would reign over both their kingdoms. 'Tis foolishness. If all were so easy, why none would suffer in this world? I also have to do this part perfect. Yeah, I know. But, and you get a chance to replay it, but if you do replay it, like, you're guaranteed to be locked out of, like, the perfect score. So like you can get a better score, but you can never get a perfect score if you don't do it right the first time. So we're gonna try. I'm probably not gonna do it. Oh God, expect no quarter from me. All right, let's see how well I can do. Oh, it does actually map to my 360 controller. You gotta be pretty fast. Come on, I hit the button. Oh my God, for some reason it didn't accept my input. Hell. Yeah, it's not liking my down input. Something's a little screwy with my controller apparently. I've changed to the thumbstick and now it's going well, but that cost me my perfect. Well, that cost me my perfect. We shall finish this later. Come back here! 78 were impressed. Queen Braun was not impressed. Oh well. We're not gonna perform it again, we'll just take what they get. Ah well. It's not a huge deal, because like, you know, it's not like completely missable. That you get that stone later, it's just... Finish changing, Zidane. Yeah, but this helmet... Ah, it kind of smells. What are you talking about? My helmet totally reeks. My armor's way too big. My back's real itchy. Boots are wet. My gloves are all slimy. There's cookie crumbs in my paw. All right, I get the picture. You still have the package, right? He's got a package for you. Don't worry, I won't screw up. Those are the oglops he was talking about earlier, by the way. They're like insect creatures. Giant insect creatures. All right, first I'll go pour some sleep potion into Princess Garnet's teacup. And I've got a special something for the lovely queen. They're sleeping so soundly. Welcome to Alexandria Castle. According to Recon, the royal seats should be right above these stairs. Got it. Uh-oh, the scene where Marcus sneaks into Cornelia's chamber is about to start. Let's get this over with before the finale, okay? Alright, and again, we're gonna back up into the room we just came for. They get such a bad rap, I think oglops are cute as hell. I have a problem with bugs in general, not as much as I did when I first played this game, but when I first realized what an oglop was and what it looked like, I was... Mommy? Sorry, mommy? Hurry. Yeah, oh, right, he's gonna... Oh. Also, can we talk about those outfits? Those are guard outfits. Those are the guard outfits. No, ma'am, nothing to report. All the elite guards of Alexandria Castle are female. And they all wear that. That's the guard outfit. Shit is so funny. Turning myself in for a crime. She sure is dressed funny. Would you please let me pass? I'm gonna take a closer look at who this strange person is. Let's see. Is there something on my face? Oh, nah. You see, I just thought maybe you were the one I've been waiting for all this time. I don't know, what, I became Southern? Excuse me, you were waiting for me? Yeah, I've dreamt of meeting you ever since I was born. Do you mock me? No, of course not. Then I shall take my leave of you. Just a sec. Haven't we met before? No, I do not know you. Maybe you're right. I'd never let someone as pretty as you get away. Say, you wouldn't... Hey, what's going on, Zidane? I must go. Who the heck was... Get up, Blank! That was Princess Garnet! Are you serious? My various accents are wavering already. This is not gonna go well. Trouble we are in. We are in trouble. This is terrible. Our heads Queen Braun will have. We must hurry. Hurry we must. These little shits. These little fucking shits. We are in trouble. Trouble we are in. The right way, that is not. I know it is not the right way. Really, do you? I really do. Wonder I sometimes do. Now is not the time to wonder. Hurry to Queen Braun, we must. We must hurry to Queen Braun. That is not the right way. Not the right way, I know. Do you really? No, I really do. I really wonder sometimes. The time to wonder now is not. Hurry to see Her Majesty we must. We must hurry and tell Her Majesty. Your Majesty, see the Queen we must. Her Majesty is busy. Come back later. Is it an emergency? An emergency it is. A veritable emergency of terrible urgency. Very well, I'll see what I can do. Very grateful will be. Curse that Beatrix, always trying to one-up me. So what exactly is the problem? Her Royal Highness, Princess Garnet, is in danger. I see. Wait right here. No interruptions. Can't you see I'm watching the show? Your Majesty, I'm afraid Princess Garnet has... Ah, yes. She did leave her seat a while ago. Your Majesty, it seems that Princess Garnet has run off with the royal pendant. Well, of all the... What could she be thinking? A monarch of priorities. Listen, Queen Braun is just living her best life up here. I got no ill will against this Queen Braun. She is awesome. She's iconic. She's living her best life, thriving. And Captain, spoiler alert, we get to name this one. He's one of ours. This is Steiner. Captain Steiner. Yes, Your Majesty. Go find Garnet. Yes, my queen. At once, Your Majesty. Knights of Pluto! Assemble! Huh? Where is everybody? Captain, sir. All present and accounted for, sir. What are you talking about? There's only 2 of you. Where are the other 6? Why, you useless good-for-nothings. I bring orders from the Queen. Get dressed and go find Princess Garnet. Well, I guess they really did. Oh, really? You always have the latest news. Hey, I thought I told you to look for the princess. What are you doing here? Oh, Captain, it looks like Weimar got together with Barbara. Why do I have to hear this? I told you, nitwits, to go search for the princess. At once, sir. And here we have a full list of all of the different knights of Pluto, including Steiner himself. I know, right? Good for Weimar. We are going to go ahead and save here. And do you have anything? Yep, if they just say I want mail, that means that there's no interaction for the Mognet for that particular mogul. Which makes sense, because technically Steiner, you know, wasn't there for our briefing of it. But then again, neither was anybody else. Oh, we are in front of the crowd. We need to not be there. They reported that someone wearing a white hood passed through this hall, sir. Somebody wearing a white hood passed through this hall, sir. So many fine dishes. Now, I might be misremembering, and I'm not quite certain, but I don't think the original PS1 edition actually had the, like, exclamation mark pop up over your head when you could, like, just talk to an NPC. I thought it was only for, like, pickups and interactables, but I might be wrong about that. I'm gonna cry. Oh, time for you to show skill, boys. Must hurry. Ride to perfection. Heat upon heat. Yeah, so sometimes you're gonna see me get confused by like exclamation marks. Yeah, I can't remember. You're gonna see me like get confused by exclamation marks and double back and do the same conversations multiple times, interact with the same thing multiple times. Just gonna have to give that one to me. Cause now with the NPCs, because I don't believe that that was the original case. Sure, let's take a bite. Alexandrian cooking is the finest in the realm. Mullenkedaim. Oh, I'm so hungry. Wimps like you are the reason nobody relies on men here in Alexandria. Bite the bullet, you worthless grub. Whatever, Captain. I'm so hungry. Also, sometimes, like, you're expected to speak to some NPCs multiple times and they have multiple dialogue. But then sometimes you aren't and they don't. So you are definitely going to see me repeat some dialogue prompts. The princess? No, she hasn't visited today. Where is that script for I Want to Be Your Canary that Princess Garnet had asked for? You know, this globe of Gaia was presented by the late king in celebration of the birth of Princess Garnet. I do wonder how the princess's royal tutor, Dr. Tot, is doing. You see, I never wanted to be in the military. I just wanted to write fantasy novels. Captain, let me quit the Knights of Pluto. You cannot leave. Nitwit, you just joined us. Now go find the princess, soldier. Listen, sometimes you gotta give a little tough love. Sometimes you just gotta give a little tough love. Her Majesty ordered some texts about Eidolons. We've got a lot of books here, you know. This room is a very interesting room. It's the source of a very difficult optional fight later on in the game. We haven't seen the princess today. A natural cavern overrun with everlasting ice. I mean, you shudder at that one, but there's like 4 other fights in this game that are even worse. What? The play seems to be a hit. But if we fail to find the princess before the curtain falls, Her Majesty will be most displeased. And we will be the laughingstock of Beatrix and her retinue. I must hurry. Are you Steiner of the Pluto Knights? An honor, sir. I'm a new recruit here. No sign of the princess, but I spotted 2 Pluto Knights running through here, sir. Sitting here, watching the water, always brings peace to my soul. Care to have a seat, Captain? Now is not the time. By order of Her Majesty, we must go search for Princess Garnet. What? This calls for immediate action. Fair princess, be not afraid. Hagen is on the trail. Feel my fury. This game was like the king of optional, like, super boss fights for me. Oh, hey, look, it's Weimar. Hey, let's go to Tree now, just the 2 of us. Let me think about it. You there, stop that immediately. Go search for Princess Garnet. Yes, sir, at once, sir. Several pieces of rare and important loot being hidden behind the steal command. Accurate. 100% accurate. 100,000% accurate. And I'm gonna miss a lot of them in this run because I am explicitly not relying on outside guides. Although if you're popping around and you know of any, during fights that you're here for, definitely feel free to let me know. Because I'm not going to be looking at any guides or anything like that for this run. So purely just casual run. I'm so tired. Oh. Captain Steiner, do you climb this tower for exercise too? No, I am searching for Princess Garnet. Is the princess at the top of this tower or not? I want to reach the top, but at my age, I get so short of breath. Yes, you're getting a sense for, like, for the knights' different personalities here, and you can see that it's really a hodgepodge of nonsense. Fatigue rears its ugly head. I know just about all of them. I'll let you know when it's worth it. Yeah, let me know. I mean, I might choose to just say screw it, because sometimes stealing can be so freaking finicky. I was like trying to steal from the Mage Masher from the first fight, and it took me like 8 go-arounds to do it, even with all 4 of them having the steal command. It was freaking stupid. Worst luck I've ever had on that fight. Oh, and we're gonna get some Scooby-Doo nonsense. Wait! Over there! It's Princess Garnet! Being hounded by brigands! Fear not, princess, your knight is coming! Can rip. I love his facial expressions! Twitch. So good. That scene is like one of my favorite parts of this game. Where'd the princess go? Oh! Ow! I unironically love Steiner. Feel my drum reverberating in your gut, can't you? Don't interrupt. It's like a momentary flash? Okay, it's the same guy. You have a request? Waltz, polka, anything? Well, I said, wasn't she a pretty one? You were absolutely right about him falling square on his face. But what in tarnation? Hold your horses there. What kind of cattle you chasing, darling? I was always curious what Ruby's original Japanese sounded like, because if they translated her to like this thick southern, this like thick Southern belle. I'm really curious what the original Japanese looked like. You should at least say you're sorry. Please pardon me. I was in a hurry, you see. And here I am, fixing to get ready for my big entrance. Hey, Zidane, did you see the way she hit me? This cowgirl's wild. Bah! This cowgirl's wilder than a bucking bronco. Misreading who's speaking is also going to happen. Just let me talk to her, Ruby. Come again, partner? Did you hear what I was saying? Hey, Ruby, we'll talk later. Whew. Well, looks like you finally made up your mind. Wow, we really had to improvise, but hey, look, we got her. Do you work on this theater ship? Well, she figured it out, huh? As you have no doubt suspected, the truth is that... I believe she had the Japanese equivalent of a southern accent. So, Kansai, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, if anything, it was probably Kansai Ben, right? So yeah, that's... generally speaking, if you see like an English dub of a Japanese game or anime, and a character is walking around with like a southern or very, very heavily exaggerated accent, chances are it's because the original character had Kansai Ben. Truth is that I am actually Princess Garnet to Alexandros, heir to the throne of Alexandria. I have a favor I wish to ask of you. I wish to be kidnapped right away. I don't, well, I mean... Princess, where are you? Please, they've come for me. Aha, so that's what's going on. All right, leave him to me. Sushi Games. He who stands alone. Hello, welcome. This is not my personal first playthrough. However, I have never finished the game. I'm really, really interested. I've gotten pretty far in it in my personal playthroughs, but this is going to be a casual, like, playthrough. I want to finish it. I'm really bad at finishing games. So welcome, stick around. Task failed successfully. That is so true. Thank you. You have my gratitude. All right then, Your Highness. I shall hereby do my best to kidnap you. What are you two doing? Come on, this way. Don't worry, Princess. This is just my friend Cinna. Oh, really? I'm sorry, you startled me. Well, with a face like his, I'd be pretty shocked too. Man, that hurts. I wash up every morning, you know? Princess! This way. All right, we'll follow you. Princess! Princess? Princess! 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 Even in a chase, Zidane takes time to throw shade at his bros. That's how you know they're real bros. That's how you know they're real tight. Where have you been? Sir, I'm sorry, sir. Princess! Hey, Cinna, this is a dead end. I thought this might happen. Open! Sesame! So I set up this escape hatch. Princess! Come on, jump inside. The princess must be down there. I'll go first, sir. Oh. Oh, the retexture makes him not quite fit. Oh no. Hey, what do you think you're doing? This is like upscaled graphics and stuff like that. So like, so the way that the backgrounds work in this game and most of these early JRPGs is that the background is actually just like it's a drawn image, a hand-drawn image. And it's just 2D. It's a flat 2D image. And the characters are rendered on top of it. So when they changed the graphics, they've changed the aspect ratio slightly. So you can see in this case, it doesn't look like he fits perfectly in the hole. And that's just because of the change in aspect ratio. But yeah, all the backgrounds in this game, except for like the pre-rendered 3D cutscenes, all the backgrounds are just flat hand-drawn images, and then any of the like interactable objects or anything that moves or anything like that is rendered on top of it in a very like old animation style. It's like those very old like 30s like American cartoons where you can tell when like a cliff is gonna break off because it's rendered differently than the rest of the like wall. Yeah, it's like that. Captain, sir, I'm stuck, sir. Oh, blast it! He bought it. Wow, you're really athletic, princess. I think I'm falling for you. This is nothing. I've been training to escape the castle after all. They made really smart short-cutting measures to be able to squeeze every last ounce of disk space performance out of those old consoles. I mean, yeah, for sure. They had to stick a game that had like, you know, a massive epic storyline, potentially hundreds of hours of gameplay, or at least 60 to 80 hours of gameplay in a casual playthrough, on like a disc that could barely hold a handful of songs at today's quality, right? Like, insane the amount of the limits that they had to work with to get stuff like this in. So yeah, most of the images are 3D backgrounds, or in this case, like a GIF, basically, like just a 2D GIF that's just playing on a loop. If only you weren't a princess. We have no time for idle banter. Come, let's move on. PS1 disc, like 800 megabytes. That, I mean, I don't know the exact number, but that sounds right. Oh, that's right. You can like, is there a thing you can do with this? Oh, right, not now. Hey, if you reduce the engine's power, you'll crash the ship. Turn the wheel back to the right. Yeah, there's like a chest down there, but I don't know if I can get it now. Maybe I can. Oh, was that the goal? The test only came down when I turned it. Ah, okay. If you rev it up too high, you'll ruin the engine. Turn the wheel back to the left. Okay, it just knocked down the chest in the first place. Okay. I did not notice it fall when it fell. What should we do now? Well, I'm gonna go get this chest on the ground. Got a phoenix down. Let's get the play over with and get the hell out of here. Aha! Oh, there was one behind the engine too? I did not see that. It's alright. It's probably minor. Princess, I, Steiner, have come to your rescue. You needn't worry, your highness. Good work. This will be remembered as the Pluto Knight's finest hour. Just relax, princess. We'll get you out of here. What? You're not one of my knights? You can just leave the princess to us. Steel priority, medium, low, helpful but not totally necessary. Thank you. That is really good. I want you to do that. Like, I don't take that as like an order or anything. I don't like mean to be aggressive about it, but like, I want that. If you're gonna do it, I want that. That's incredible. That's an incredible way to present that information. We're gonna run through a few rounds of this, also because like, oh, the silk shirt. Aha! Is that the last thing? Doesn't have anything. Okay. See, I told you the message changes when they don't actually have anything. So now we're just gonna hit them Then this early part of the game, combat is pretty much as simple as it gets. I'm just gonna hit the attack button, I'm gonna target the bad guy, and we're gonna hit him until his hit points go to 0. I'll never give up. Oh, and he frees all the Oglops. No! I hate Oglops! Oglops are the worst! Get him off me! Get him off me! Now's our chance, come on. Never change, Diner. Tonight, I shall finally see my daughter Cornelia betrothed to Prince Schneider. And then Prince Schneider and his kingdom will be mine. The bit about hating Oglops is set up for a minor payoff later. Your Majesty, we have caught an intruder. Why, my poor Marcus. Meanwhile, by the way, as we're doing all of this play has just been happening. Hark, lad, no matter how much thou dost treasure Cornelia, no matter how deeply she might believe she doth love thee, never shall I see her marry a peasant such as thee. When yon bell strikes 3, under the axe thou shall be. Sorry, a little burp there in the middle of that line. That was gross. Apologize for that. What now? We cannot go any further. Zidane, get on number 2. Okay, Princess Garnet, this way. Stop! Furthermore... Princess Garnet. Guys, improvise. Oh, what's all this? Cornelia. I want to know if they've ever made a screenplay of I Want to Be Your Canary. I mean, it's basically, what is it? Oh, come on, brain. It's a Shakespeare show. It's basically a Shakespeare show. It's actually a combination of about 3 different Shakespeare shows. It's like Hamlet plus Richard III plus there's like it's basically a mishmash of like 3 different Shakespeare shows. Listen, Marcus is Cornelia's lover. Oh, Marcus. Yeah, you're doing great. I have studied drama, you know. Okay, guys, just keep going. Bron's watching after all. And then everybody does their salute, like in order, and then keeps going. Oh, Marcus, I miss you so. I wish never to leave thy side. Prithee, lead me from this place. See, King Leo, thou shouldst give them thy blessing. Never. Never leave his side, thou sayest. Foolish banter, I'll not allow it. Cornelia shall marry none other than this man, Prince Schneider. Is that not so, Prince Schneider? Marry the princess? Me? Aye, and this traitorous crew I will put to death. Stage combat. Too many of them, run away! Pray, sweet daughter, come home to the castle with me. Nay, father, I shan't return. Cornelia, trouble me no more. This wedding is for thine own welfare, be mindful of that. Not if I can help it. Now is my moment of vengeance, for my parents and for my love, Cornelia. I shall cut thee down. Ugh. Oh, Cornelia. What a brave improv moment. What an incredibly brave improv moment to walk in front of the sword. Marcus, forgive me. I still love my father. Princess! And by the way, Steiner's not acting. He thinks she just got stabbed. Prithee, forgive my selfishness, father, and spare my sweet Marcus. What have I done? Am I never to hear her loving voice again? Am I cursed never again to feel her soft touch? Oh, cruel fate, thou hast robbed me of all I treasure! And now it's Romeo and Juliet. Oh my. This year's show is splendid. I tell you, I unironically love Steiner. I love the man. Why did she have to die? Why? Now, where could Garnet be? Oh, well. Wow, what a show. Yeah, it's so sad. I'm glad we climbed all the way up here. How about you, huh? Uh-oh, look out! Stop you! Get back here, trespassers! Oof. You fool, I'm out of here. Come back here! Forgive me, princess! Leave me alone! Stop! Come back here! Don't come any closer! Oh, that's hot! Hot! Zidane, it's time! Princess Garnet, let's get out of here. What's going on? Steiner, don't follow me anymore. Captain, sir, we wait your orders, sir. Well, Princess, I'm afraid I cannot comply. Stubborn as always, aren't you? Come on, Princess, let's ditch your rust a lot and get out of here. Princess, wait! Hey, kid, you okay? Yeah, I just tripped, that's all. Princess, I cannot allow you to go. Seize them at once. They really do introduce the storyline really well. Plan on introducing my girlfriend to this game too. She loves stories like this. Hagen's fury has ended. Weimar's gonna be late for his date. I have to say, I kind of appreciate the like strong return to like the character archetypes that this game did, because 7 and 8 both tried to buck the traditional like stereotypes of character development. It's just like, seriously, Weimar, go have your date. Like, that's so much more important than what's going on here. Stabilizers configured. Yeah, 7 and 8 like tried to ditch the like character archetypes introduced by early Final Fantasy, but this game like did a hard pivot back to it, and I really appreciate that. Good. Engine room's good to go. All right. Took me a long time to know what that salute was. They're making a T with their arms for Tantalus. In the lower res versions, it was really hard to like tell what they were doing. But yeah, they're doing like a big wind up and then bringing their arms together into a T for Tantalus. All right, the flying ship is moving. We're going. Bye-bye. Sorry, we can't stay in chat. I also love this. In a world where like flying ships are like a real thing, a significant part of the castle's like infrastructural defenses are like tethers and harpoons to lock something in place. Love that their stage is the ship. It's brilliant for a traveling show. I know, right? It's like the old Vardo wagon style, except like at a massive scale. Big gun. Big gun. And it shoots a living creature. That thing is just like alive in their like ammo stores. just sitting there caged up in that little ball forever, by the way. That's the implication. Until it needs to be shot out at, like, an impending attacker. And it has landed behind Steiner, who is unaware of its presence. Hey, look behind you. I'll not fall for such an old trick. You live to die in a glorious explosion. They're truly living. I mean, you know what? You're not wrong. You know what? That's fine. Steiner behind you. By the way, I also love that Marcus and Zidane still have the SFX tag. They still have the SFX option. So we could still use the, like harmless pyro on stage if we wanted to during this fight. I just think that's cool. It does nothing, but it's and just waste your turn, but it's a cool little, like, nod to the fact that, you know, they're still rigged as actors on this ship to, like, be a part of it. It's a bomb! I'll not fall for such an old trick! It's gonna blow! And finally, boom! Da 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 da. Except you thought. Except we're still in trouble. Also, we just killed several families in that explosion. That's fine. The music is incredible, as always. Down into the mist. And sinking, trying to stabilize. Huh, we're gonna crash! Descending through the mist. To a massive fiery explosion on the ground. Darn it. I never imagined you would do such a thing. Perhaps you're not such a helpless little girl anymore. Uematsu himself said that he considers 9 to be his magnum opus. That's right, when you can hear the incredible score the game has. 9 is... It's... like, again, here's the thing about 9. 9 is a character-focused game. Right? 7... 8, 10, these are about bigger international conflicts and big world-ending events right from the start, right? Big world-ending consequences right from the start, right? 7 literally opens with one of the main characters on basically going right into a diatribe on, like, you know, on industrialization and how it's killing the planet and all that stuff, right? But this game is character focused more than anything else. Sometimes to the detriment of other parts of the game. It is just character focused. So the character scores are so incredible. The theming is so strong that Uematsu had a lot to work with when he was writing this score. Is our little experiment ready? Yes, Your Majesty, it is combat ready. Easily terminate Princess Garnet it can, Your Majesty. I need her alive. Bring her back at once. They did say it could terminate the princess. Oh, my back's killing me. You alright? Yeah, but the Prima Vista's wasted. Just our luck to crash into this forest. It's going to get interesting. What do you mean interesting, boss? I hear no one's ever made it out of here alive. Boss, there's fire everywhere. It's out of control. Quit your whining and get it under control. And get the wounded out of here. All right. Get our goods out of here too. Weapons, items, anything we can use. There's no way we can survive if all of our stuff is toast. I'm on it. Whew. I'm beat. Hurry up and put out the fire. I can't carry them all by myself. Fucking rip. What the hell are they doing? The whole ship's gonna burn up. They're looking for Garnet. They can't find her anywhere. Maybe she fell off and got squashed under the ship. This is great. First we kidnap her, then we kill her. Oh, we'll hang for sure. Oh, hey, it's me. Zidane, oh, I'm surprised you made it. Can't believe you jumped off. You're nuts, you know that. I didn't jump off. I got thrown out from the impact. So is everyone okay? Yeah, we've all got the devil's luck. But if we don't find Princess Garnet, we're all dead meat. ATE, Active Time Events. Active Time Events is a system that lets you see other events that are happening at the same time elsewhere. They're like vignettes, basically. Press the back button when you see the icon flashing below. You can press the button anytime while the icon is flashing. Try pressing back. Event The Forest Keeper. Whoa! Are you all right? Is it still coming? Watch out! You'll get off me. I guess not, Rip? So glad that my cymbal survived the crash. Priorities. Gotta be the worst situation we've ever been in. As most musicians can attest to, your instruments tend to be worth more than you are. Phoenix down. Sure, let me scavenge from the wreck. Why not? Garnet's missing. Blank's already searching inside. You go search for her outside. All right, we gotta go out. Save. Nice. All right. So an hour and a half into the game, and we have hit our first like actual. I have a letter from Monty. This is not Monty, so we're gonna keep moving. We've hit our first like combat zone. Welcome to the evil forest. So this is our first combat zone. This is the first zone we are going to get. Random encounters right on cue. So here's the problem with me playing a Final Fantasy game. I am a grinder. I am a kind of person who could sit here in this forest, because it's the first zone, and try and go up like 3 or 4 levels before I try and engage the first set of bosses. I'm not going to necessarily do that, but I am going to go up at least 2 levels before I engage with the first boss. I like to be a little bit of a buffer so that the RNG that's sort of inherent in the first set of places in these games cannot affect me. I don't want to have a problem where like some couple random crits kill me dead this early on in the game, and as a result I like to go up a level or 2 in this area. Now again, I could, if I really wanted to, sit here for like 3 hours and go up like 4 levels, which would not be useful in the long term, but at least would like set me up for the first couple of zones. we're not going to do that. But I could do that, and there will probably be times where I quit a game for stream, and then between one stream and the next, I will do some grinding. You kind of have to do some grinding in a casual playthrough. You know, if you're not abusing certain strats and stuff like that, you kind of have to do at least a little bit of grinding in pretty much every Final Fantasy game. It's just a part of the, like, it's just like a part of the gameplay, but we're gonna try and do not a ton of it during the stream. That's what I'm gonna say. We're gonna try and not do a ton of it during the stream. I will save some of it for later. Ding, and we got a Fang card out of that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use a potion. Potions, by the way, are less effective when used out of battle. Potions actually gain additional effectiveness in battle. They heal 150 hit points in battle and only 100 outside of battle. So they actually lose like 33% of their effectiveness when used outside of battle. However, obviously when used in battle, the enemies are also attacking you at the same time. And you lose the turn to use the item. And since Gil, which is the currency in this game, you know, you can get more of it just by, you know, grinding, which you have to do a little bit of anyway. And potions and healing items are relatively inexpensive. I find that it is... Oh, by the way, I need to equip the items which I got off of those early fights, which I have not done yet. It's an interesting mechanic. I don't know if I would necessarily categorize it as, like, smart on its own, but it is interesting. We equipped the Mage Masher, which we got off the first fight, and the Silk Shirt, which we got off the first Steiner fight. Now, all right, so what are these things down on the abilities list? This will be explored with more, but basically any of these things that have a red gem and A are activatable abilities that I can use during the game. So you can see Detect and Flee. These are activatable abilities I can use during combat. Detect, I think, like, shows me what the enemy's, like, remaining health pool is and maybe some of their weaknesses, I think. Flee lets me leave the battle. There is just a run mechanic, like I could just hold the triggers and my characters will run away from battle. Using the Flee ability makes it, like, kind of a guarantee. But I think you lose skill, like you actually like leave money behind when you use that ability. So it's nice to have. Why does it say 0 out of 40? Why does it say 4 out of 40? Let you see what, oh, Detect lets you see what loot an enemy has on them. Ah, thank you. So why does it say 0 out of 40 / 4 out of 40? Those first 4 enemies that I killed so far, each dropped, or well, the first set, you know, between the bosses that I fought and the first sets of enemies that I fought here on the ground, they've given me 4 ability points. Now the daggers that I had also had Flee on it. So while the dagger was equipped, I was gaining points towards the ability Flee. Once I hit 40 points, I can change this weapon out for a different weapon and I will keep that ability Flee and Detect. Normally, now if I switch to a different weapon that does not have these abilities on it, without finishing this bar, I don't learn those, I don't keep those abilities, right? Now these S1 that's in green, these are support abilities or what's the word? Like passive abilities. These you learn the same way. Once this hits 45 points, I will lock it in and I can change to another weapon or another piece of equipment that does not have this on it. And you can equip these from the abilities menu up here. So I can look at my usable abilities and then I can go to equip and I can sort of scroll down here. You can see Flee Gil here. I can hit back to help, receive Gil even when running from battle. So Flee Gil means that, like, if there's like 3 enemies, I kill 2 of them and then run away from battle, I actually get the Gil from those first 2. I think that's the idea here. Anyway, we'll equip it just because it's the only thing I have. I don't intend to be running away from a lot of fights. We'll equip it. Now you see up here, up at like the top of this list, it is 16 out of 19. The number of points that you have available will increase over time as the character levels up. But in general, you're going to, once the game starts getting really going, we're going to have way more abilities than we will have points. for pretty much every character. Some characters are particularly ability point starved, and some characters have more that they can throw around. So for some of them, you have to make really hard choices about which abilities you want to use, and it's going to depend on what bosses you're going to go up against, stuff like that. Many of them help protect against status ailments. So if you're up against a boss that uses a particularly likes to use a certain status ailment, you can change it over, stuff like that. But that's the ability mechanic here. There are activatable abilities that can be used. There are passive abilities that can be equipped, and these are all gained through your equipment, and then by grinding out a lot of fights and gaining a lot of ability points from those fights, so as that you can lock those abilities in. Your character has them permanently memorized, so they can go to a different piece of equipment that provides them with different equipment, and rinse and repeat through the whole game. I don't know that any of that made really any sense, but that's the idea. We're gonna pop another potion, and we're gonna go forward. She's in trouble. What the hell is that? Oh boy. It's got big lips. That's so gross looking. I do not want it to touch me. Yeah, like it's gonna listen to you. Come on. Steel priority loaded on. Thank you. Oh, trance. So this is the lit break for this game. Trance. Trance is a secondary bar that you will see under the ATB gauge. If I'm gonna slide over a bit so you can kind of see it. So how it raises my power. Could it really be trance? I've heard of it before. Trance is induced by a surge of emotion. All right, let's take him. So that as that bar fills up over time, well, not over time, but as certain events happen, like as you take damage, as you deal damage, right? These things, and once you're in trance, once that bar fills up, sorry, I have to use free. Yeah, I don't want to hit Garnet because the other one's an AOE and you can hit Garnet. Once the bar fills up, you go into trance and you change form. And you gain access to special abilities that you only have while you're tranced. Why is Steiner here? Steiner was on the ship with us when it blew up. So Steiner went down with us. Princess? Princess! The heck, where did they go? Yeah, he was right next to the bomb when it went off. He's gone. I was too scared to cast any spells. That monster's probably gonna eat her. How could I let this happen? Don't worry, she's not dead yet. I was hoping you would kidnap him too. Well, I mean, we kind of did. That monster was only a minion. He's probably going to take her to his master. That means the princess might still be... Come, we must find her at once. Whoa! And a second cage. This one's got Vivi in it. Actually, he's the only one I actually can... I mean, technically that's true. He is the only one that we can... Although it's his own damn fault. We didn't want him on the... We didn't want him on the ship. So now... So, another important note is that the... We don't have any abilities yet. An important thing to note, by the way, is that once a character pops trance, regardless of what happens at the end of that fight, it's gone and their bar resets to 0. So yeah, regardless of what happens, once you cap out trance, you go into that trance mode, and then that's it. It's gone back to 0 and then at the start of the next fight, and you got to build it back up again. It takes a while, especially in the early game, to build up trance. So this one we actually killed instead of it getting away. So here, see, we gained 0 experience, but 3 AP. This is pretty common for boss fights in this game. They don't award any experience points, but they award, you know, a larger than normal amount of ability points. That's pretty standard for this game. Phew. Thanks. Are you all right? Yeah, I think so. Princess. Oh, you guys made me ink. You guys are lucky. If it weren't for Zidane, you'd both be dead. Some of the monsters in this forest reproduce by planting seeds in other animals. And when the seeds sprout, it's hasta la vista. You become beef jerky. Am I gonna die? Nah, you're gonna be fine. Drink this. It'll remove the seeds from your body. Yuck! Princess, I'm coming right now. Stand aside. Room, behind you. Go. Princess is in grave danger. Do you intend to abandon her? You're in no condition. Don't worry about the princess. The boss will think of something. Hey, stop. Get some rest. Yeah, and take that medicine I gave you. Damn it. I can't just stand here. The princess's life rests in my hands. What can their boss possibly accomplish? This medicine. It smells terrible. The color. This is obviously poison. Ugh. I can't take it anymore. God help me. Shrug. Hey, not bad. Forget it. Monsters born out of the mist are crawling everywhere. So what? There's nothing out there we can't handle? Nah, but what are we gonna do about the wounded? We can take them with us. How are we gonna carry all of them? Trust me, we go out now, and we're all gonna get wasted. My boys come before that princess, you know. It's just too bad. We're gonna stay put till everyone recovers. You better not set one foot outside this ship, you got that? I can't believe you're abandoning her. You're nothing but a big coward. I have nothing else to say. If you don't agree with me, you're free to leave the band anytime. He looked over his shoulder when we walked out. He cares. Time to escape. It's active time events. The structure is in poor condition. Perhaps I can break out by ramming into the wall. Fire! Fire! Let me out! I'm still not feeling well. What's this? What an ugly doll. Princess Garnet, age 15? How dare they write the princess's name on such a ragged doll? Besides, the princess is not 15, she's 16. Princess? Girl who was left behind. Where'd everybody go? What am I supposed to do now? Sometimes those ATs are just that simple. Just a little check-in with a side character. Light should be here somewhere. Huh. Damn. Where is it? What happened to my Garnet doll? Man, how am I supposed to sleep now? That's a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Jeez. I mean, it's cute, but it's also very creepy. Poor little doll. Fire probably caught it. I mean, I guess she is the princess, so it's like a public figure. Still think that's kind of weird, though. Sid is definitely a little creepy. He's just a creepy little guy. He's a bit of a creepy little manlet sometimes. Instead attack people. I guess they don't call it the evil forest for nothing. I gave that black mage some medicine. He'll be alright. Why don't you go see him? I think he wants to thank you. Well, I'll see him in a second. I need this chest. A wrist. Ether. Nice. 116 gil. Nice. Oh. Thank you for helping me. Don't mention it. Besides, it was your black magic that saved the day. You know, you've got some major power for such a little guy. What's wrong? Are you peeved at me because I just called you little? Random uneven gill amount. It's pretty, like, realistic, right? Like, it's just a random pocket full of coins, right? So it's, like, super random amounts. You're a great mage with great powers, all right? To hell with looks. It's what's inside that counts. I'm sorry. When that monster caught her, I couldn't do anything. And don't worry about the princess. I'll get her back, I promise. Thank you, Mr. Zidane. Oh, that's the first time anyone's called me Mister. Just call me Zidane, all right? Okay, Zidane. Jeez, he was pretty down. Maybe I shouldn't have made that promise. I don't even know if I'll be able to find her. Oh, flashbang. Man, I never felt so strange. Maybe fate brought us together. I can't explain it. Man, I can't stop thinking about her. We're definitely gonna go look for her. Yeah, what's there to think about? She's cute, and she's in trouble. It's all that matters. There you are. Why do you look so serious? Uh-oh. What are you up to this time? Our man's already catching feelings. He's a proper, what's the word? Oh no, what's the word I'm looking for? He's a proper bohemian. He's a real bohemian. He's a theater man, a rogue, and quick to fall in love. He's a proper bohemian. I'm gonna take that knight and the black mage and go find the princess. You're crazy, man. You don't even know what's out there. Besides, there's no way the boss will allow that. Yeah, I know. Jeez, why do you always gotta play hero? The boss is gonna kill you. Well, what are you waiting for? Go talk to the boss. Yeah, he's a hopeless romantic. That's exactly what's going on. Ether. Lock that old knight up in the instrument storage room. He fusses a little from time to time, but he hasn't been all that bad. I love it. That's very, you know what that line reminds me of? That line reminds me of Mostly Harmless from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? Like, we have this, you know, thousands of years of human history summed up by just the words mostly harmless, because we're just not that interesting on the grand scale. Meanwhile, in his mind, he's been causing a ruckus, screaming and hollering, and out here we're just like, yeah, he's, you know, he's flailing around from time to time, but he's not doing that bad. Like, it's so funny. It's just so dismissive. Rubber helm. Something's crying. It's you. Took you long enough. I fell asleep, darn it. So you're leaving, eh? Yeah, I promised Garnet I'd kidnap her. I didn't ask you why. I can't blame you, though. She's damn beautiful. I guess that's reason enough. Well, I hope you're ready, because I'm gonna bust you up for breaking the rules. All right. All right, get your butt over to the cargo room. We'll get more room over there. We're gonna have us a good old-fashioned hoedown. Anytime, bring it on. I ain't holding back. Medium to low. Gonna probably avoid it because I have actually had him crit me a couple times in previous playthroughs, and this can actually get a touch dicey if he gets lucky. Of course, he can just get unlucky and fall in his face 4 times in a row, and like then it literally doesn't matter. But I'm gonna avoid stealing here. That tickles. I like how understanding he's about the situation, how casual it is. Yeah, I love the Tantalus dynamic. These guys are like so tight on each other that they got these rules, right? And he's got to abide by the rules, and the boss has to like keep the rules, right? Now, we might try 1 or 2 steals to see if there's anything. Ooh, iron sword. You know what? I'll take that. Got it in 1. But like, you know, the boss needs to establish rules and keep it up, right? At least keep everybody in line when important things happen. But like, he totally understands when like people needs to genuinely understand and cares about his subordinates, but rules are rules for a reason. Exactly. All right, you win. Exactly. Rules are rules for a reason. So if you go against it, he's got to punish you, but like he cares. So like he's going to take you into the cargo room and he's going to slap you around a little bit, you know, but then he's going to let you go. And next time you show up, it's going to be like nothing ever happened. I'll be damned. Bravo. Go find your princess. Damn, that hurt. But he pulled his punches till that last one. Just as an idea of how long this game's been around and how long like I play how young I was when I first played it, I had not heard the expression to pull one's punches the first time I heard this game, played this game, because I remember that line confusing the hell out of me. What does it mean to pull your punch? I had not heard the expression to pull one's punch. So like that line did not make sense to me the first time I played it. That's how young I was the first time I tried playing this game. Reminds me of the Yakuza dynamic or Japanese school gangs in manga. Like it's very Yakuza, right? Because like, you know, yeah, it's very in that theme. Oh, come on, you're too old to be playing with a doll. Silence! A scoundrel like you could never understand. I'm just overwhelmed with concern for the princess. If only you rogues hadn't kidnapped her. This is all your fault. If anything should happen to the princess, I will have your head. Take it easy. Jeez. I'm gonna go look for her right now. I'll let you come with me if you promise to be good. What do you say, Rusty? Rusty! I am Adalbert Steiner, captain of the Knights of Pluto, and I will never work with you conniving thieves. I love that in this case, we actually picked his last name, and his first name is always set as Adalbert. I love it. Captain? I figured you were a private with that cheap rusty armor. Look, this has nothing to do with Tantalus. It's something I decided to do on my own. I just want to save Garnet.
You had better not be lying. Because if you are, I won't hesitate to kill you.
Yeah, I'm counting on you, Rusty.
Make no mistake, I'm only going with you to rescue the princess. I will deal with you personally when this is over.
Whatever.
It may be difficult with just the two of us. We should seek Master Vivi's help as well.
Wait, why are you calling him Master?
You fool! That black mage has unimaginable powers! I don't want to get him involved, but alas, it can't be helped. We need Master Vivi's powers to rescue the princess.
All right, let's go talk to Vivi. He's always addlepated. The hell does that word mean? Let it be known. That Steiner was the one. Yes, no, absolutely. Let it be known that Steiner was the one who insisted on bringing Vivi along. It's a very, very important thing to keep in mind. Well, Vivi, we're ready to go look for the princess. Really? That's great. Be careful out there, okay? Actually, we kind of want you to come with us too. Huh? But I can't do anything.
Hardly, Master Vivi. Your magic was highly effective against that monster. In all honesty, I hold your powers in greater esteem than I do this scoundrel's.
Addlepated, being mixed up, confused. Ah, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. But I'm scared. I couldn't even move last time.
Please, Master Vivi. For the sake of Princess Garnet and all of Alexandria, I humbly request your assistance.
Come on, you're a black mage, for crying out loud. Show us what you got. All right, let's get going. Okay. I'll try my best. Gambate, Vivi, gambate. Thank you, Master Vivi. That is our word of the day, addlepated. Addlepated. Master Vivi. Yeah?
It's about your black magic. I wish to try an experiment. I was wondering if...
Magic sword? Okay, I'll give it a try. I heard you beat the boss. You sure are something. I don't know why the boss was laughing afterwards. Maybe I just hit him too hard. I love that line as well, by the way, because, like, actually it kind of shows that the relationship between Zidane and Baku is actually kind of unique and specific, right? Now, unless you read that as, like, Marcus, like, intentionally doing a wink and a nod, but if he truly doesn't, like, if he's like, I don't understand how you beat the boss, and then he walked away laughing, like, if you take that as legit, then it shows that the relationship between Zidane and Baku is unique, because even the other high-level members of Tantalus, like, don't get their, like, brotherly bond, right? Because the whole reason is because the guy pulled his punches, right? The boss let us beat him so that we could go off and do what we needed to do. And then he laughed about it because, like, you know, he has a bond with us, so he knows that we're going to go do something crazy, and that's funny to him. That's interesting to him. But Marcus says here that he doesn't get it. So, like, either Marcus is doing a wink and a nod to it and saying, like, you know, or like, legitimately, our character Zidane has a very special relationship with Baku.
Evil Forest ain't gonna be no walk in the park. Better keep your eyes peeled. Counting on you to find the princess.
All right, so we're ready to go out now. Sheesh, you really dig her, huh? I can't sit around knowing a girl's in trouble. Goes against my nature. Whatever, you're full of crap. Oh, I get it. You're jealous that I'm gonna get me a sweetie pie. Psh, she's not even my type. I came down here to give you this. Oh, you're always thinking about me, but I don't need a love potion to reel this one in. Why don't you get your mind off girls for like a second? This is the medicine I gave to that black mage in the night. It's sort of like a seed remover. Cool. This will really come in handy. It's a very specific thing for this group to have on hand, by the way. Why am I always helping you? You received Blank's medicine. Oh yeah, here's a little tip from the boss. And there's ability setting. Yeah. How do you set abilities again? How do you forget it? So basic, menu, equip. Yeah. Tutorializing in... I don't necessarily like tutorializing in dialogue like that. But they don't do it... Well, that's not true. They do it quite a bit in this game. There's actually quite a bit of tutorializing in dialogue. I'm not a huge fan of it. Come back whenever you need rest. You'll always be welcome. Rules are rules, so I gotta charge you since you're no longer in Tantalus. Sorry. What do you need? So he will operate as a shop now, which I do. You know, I'm no longer part of the band, so I gotta pay for the materials. All right. Just to see. Ah, there's a letter for Zidane. And sometimes Mognet will result in letters that are like for us. From Ruby to Zidane. So somehow Ruby got a letter to us already. Zidane, you all right? I'm doing good. I met an interesting stranger in Alexandria today. I'll tell you more soon. P.S. Tell the boys in Tantalus I said hi. Ruby sounds like a nice girl, Kupo. Okay. And we're back into the combat zone, except now we've got our friends with us, so now we're heading out. Interesting stranger sounds very sus. Orchestra in the forest. Okay, let's really liven up this place. Yeah, let our music do the fighting against those monsters. This ought to boost morale. By the way, this is the theme from Final Fantasy VII, right? This is the, like, this was President Rufus's theme from Final Fantasy VII. I think it's the same song. Hey, not bad. It's the Shinra March theme, Rufus Parade theme. Love you guys. You guys know the shit I'm talking about. I'm gonna go take a look around. Stay on your toes, we'll be leaving soon. Okay, boss. That theme is etched into my brain because the little mini game of having to join the parade when you first get, like early on in 7, when you have to get, you're trying to get through the parade, is so, like, I when I was a kid, I had to try that like 80 times. I had such a hard time, because you're supposed to, like, because you're like in disguise and you have to fall in with the parade, and goblins look like Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist rejects. No, my man, choosing violence today. Oh, but you're so right though. You're so right. Oh my god, prototype phase for freaking 5D's characters. So yeah, that March theme is so ingrained into my brain because I had to do that like 80 times in a row the first time until I got that little mini game figured out. A spring. Now sometimes these ATEs show up in silver, which means they're forced. It's automatically going to attach us to it. Do as I say, not as I do. You sure about this? Yeah, don't worry. We'll be out of here soon, too. Here, take this map. It's going to be a long trip back to Lindblom. All right, I'll see you later. Counting on you. Yeah, every so often the ATE appears as silver, and it automatically goes into it. Those are forced ATEs. It's only when there's important story beats. Yeah, like in any other game, it would just do a cutaway cutscene. But in this game, because they introduced the ATB system, they tie it into the ATB system. It's just a cutaway cutscene. It's a forced cutaway cutscene. So this is Monty. We have a letter for Monty. I think Queen Braun is up to something, but I suspect Princess Garnet even more. Kupo! She might leave home soon with a prince on a white horse. Maybe it's just my imagination. I'm a little dangerously close to Michael Moose on that one, I think. Kupo! Princess Garnet, didn't she just... Oh, never mind, Kupo. I help you? So... I just received a letter from Stiltskin. Let's read it together. I'm in a very cold place right now. It's really strange. It wasn't like this the last time I came here. But I guess this is why I travel, to encounter the unexpected. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here before I get trapped in ice. Prince on a white horse? I think you mean a monkey on a burning airship. My man has chosen violence tonight. I mean, you're not wrong though, but that is exactly right. Cold place. Oh, I know where he is, Kupo. There must be something strange going on. Okay, so he does not have another one to give me, so we're gonna save. All right. I think I might try and get 1 or 2 levels for Vivi and Steiner before we go all the way to the encounter. Especially because that spring there restores your HP and MP for free. Those kinds of spots get really rare as the game goes forward, by the way. It's like free rest and restore your HP MP spots. Yeah, they don't stick around for long. By the way, enemy design in Final Fantasy, always crazy wild. Less crazy wild in this game, but there is still some examples of some wild stuff out there. That's level 2. Let's try and get them at least 1 more level. And I'm gonna restore once because VV started on very low health and then took a big hit. So we're gonna, just so that he doesn't fall at some point. By the way, for the people who are here, you may have noticed I am choosing the Zidane pronunciation for our main character's name. What are the other ways that you guys have heard his name pronounced? Because I know that there's a ton of different ways people like to pronounce his name. I choose the Zidane pronunciation with the long A. I also use the Braun pronunciation for the Queen Braun. But I do know that Brain is also popular. So this is what he was talking about Magic Sword, by the way. I want to show this off. Oh, we're blinded. Is that like a long eye or a short eye, Fleepo? So that's sort of what I'm... Is that like Zidane or Zidane? Is that like Zidane? We've actually got a... Considering traditional yokai, it makes sense to look the way they do. Like, yeah, that's true. A lot of this stuff are based on like yokai and stuff like that. Zidane. Okay, yeah, short eye. Okay. Zidane. Actually, did that cure my status effect? It actually didn't. Funny enough, that actually did not cure my status effect. Zidane. Yeah, I like the... Well, because, I mean, it's an A-N-E, right? So to me, it always reads like it should have been a long A. But I do know that other people pronounce it differently. But yeah, I choose the Zidane pronunciation. And I use Queen Braun. I pronounce Queen Braun. Oh, back attack. Goblin Punch. Goblin Punch has got to be something on There's got to be an entry for Goblin Punch on Urban Dictionary, right? There's got to be an entrance for Goblin Punch on Urban Dictionary. All right, this is bad. I'm blinded and I'm like flipped around. I'm not Googling that one. Dane's name is apparently the subject of a Punnett square. 4 possible outcomes depending on which vowel are long or short. Zydan, Zidane, Zidane. Yeah. I can see it. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to go back and buy a bunch of eye drops because, I gotta get rid of this blind condition because that's gonna mess us up this early in the game. There's the levels I was looking for, but I do gotta get out of here. I regret it. Oh no, I sent people on a really nasty rabbit hole, I apologize. It's actually a really cool way to think about it, yeah. Subject of a Punnett square. 4 possible outcomes depending on which vowels are long and short, yeah. Yeah, I prefer the Zidane read. That's the one I've always gone with. What are some other popular? Because obviously Final Fantasy didn't become voice acted until Final Fantasy X, at which point, you know, so there's obviously anything for that. But what other famous like pre-Final Fantasy X like pronunciation questions are there? There's got to be others. I just can't really think of any off the top of my head, but I think there's got to be some others. Because this game had 2 right off the top. I need to pronounce Is that from 8 or is that from 6? Both of them are games I'm not too familiar with. I have to say, as much as I like a lot of Final Fantasies, I only played 8 once and I bounced off it really hard. I bounced off 8 really, really hard. I barely got out of the, like, intro bit before I bounced off that game. Can we go one more square without... Oh wait, this is this one. Being SoCal, I only pronounce that Irvine. Oh, right, yeah, because there's a place in SoCal called Irvine. Ooh, I actually did not mean to move it to the next area. I would say Irvine. Irvine is what I would say anyway. I mean, again, it's got the, like, vowel blank E, which, like, obviously in English language has more exceptions than it has actual rules. But, like, anytime I see vowel blank E, I'm gonna make it a long vowel. Right? That's why I think of it as Zidane. Right? Because A-N-E. Just like I-N-E is gonna be Ein. Fire Sword, Steiner's Fire Magic uses his own mana pool, right? I think it does. Uses his own MP pool. I believe that's true. He's pronounced it Irvine. It's really interesting the way people choose to, like, pronounce these things. It really depends on your, like, experiences and what it is that you have seen. Because there are exceptions to every rule. So if you're more focused on, like, or if an exception to the rule is more in the front of your brain, when you encounter one of these words for the first time, you're probably going to use the exception rather than, like, the rule itself. This is bad. We started with a low ATB bar. He could blind us again. He might not get a chance. Nope, he's gonna get a chance. And hits 2 out of 3 of us. One thing I don't like about this game is that there are no, like in battle, like the battle UI does not include, like any icons, like right on the character page, well, that one gave me eye drops, thankfully, for like the status ailments. So like when an enemy like that, when that enemy hit, I had to like look and try and see if I could determine which characters had the effects on. Oh, by the way, I never equipped like the new stuff. So that gives him minus strike, which is nice, and it's a better weapon. But you see, like Beast Killer here has never been upgraded, as it hasn't hit 55 yet. So if I switch from the broadsword to the iron sword, he will actually lose the Beast Killer ability, which currently isn't slotted in anyway. But I have a feeling that Beast Killer is also on another piece of equipment at some point. Rubber Helm's actually a worse item, but it also has minus strike on it. Alright, we'll put on the bronze gloves, which gives him antibody. And see, the names are wild, there's hardly ever any pronunciation guides. That's one of the reasons why, oh my god, I read the Aragon trilogy as a kid. Aragon, Eldest, Brissinger, Inheritance, I think was the name of the four of them in order. Yeah, I'm gonna switch off of this for now. We'll go back to it. We'll make sure that we unlock that at some point later on. That book actually contained, like, it's full on, famously, I guess. This isn't like something that's. You probably want the silver shirt. The trilogy named 4 books. I mean, yeah, the trilogy with 4 books in it. That's legit. That has like not only its own like language but pronunciation guides for like every proper noun in the entire book. All the shade to those books. Yeah. One more fight. Gonna get these guys up one more level, and then we'll go. Although, actually, I might want to go back one. I'm gonna name it Pollen again. Ugh! Thankfully, Vivi got hit. Steiner didn't, so I only have to cure, because I don't have to cure blindness on Vivi. Vivi does not give a crap about blindness. So I'm just going to leave that on there. The only one of those I have to actually cure is Zidane. And I am actually going to go back and... Yay, Vivi just gained fire. So you see that pop-up was Vivi learned fire. Now if I change from his rod, or his staff, to a different staff that does not have the fire ability on it, he will still be able to cast fire. Mora Pierce is really good with pronunciation guides, but most have nothing. I don't know what... I'm guessing Tamora Pierce is an author? If so, I do not know who they are. Yeah, fantasy, and even, but I mean, like, I'm a sci-fi guy, and sci-fi has a lot of crazy BS in it too, although usually they're like compound, like just big, weird compound words of like extant words and phrases, so like, tends to not be as bad with science fiction. Young adult fantasy, lots of female lead characters, okay. Sounds good. I have never read any of their stuff. Alright, here we go. Boss fight time. So this is the master. Princess! You stay out of this. Alexandria would be disgraced if a mere bandit should rescue the princess. I think you can handle him on your own. Alright, let's get him, Vivi. Alright. Steel priority, medium high, you want the helm. Thank you. He's gonna pollen me, huh? He sure is. That's very frustrating. Got the helm. Never mind. Full kill. Full send. Pop another one. He might have one or two more items on him that we can grab. Left tentacle. Right tentacle. You put your left tentacle in, you take your left tentacle out, put your right tentacle in, and you shake it all about. Fire sword. Yeah, let's have him steal again. He's not gonna. He's been blinded, so he's not actually gonna do a lot of damage. So we'll just have him pop the steal. Blank's here. Made it just in time. Step aside. I'll take care of this. Teaches. It's an important one though. Teaches an ability that's important to Steiner. Okay, good to know. I am gonna potion BB just in case. I don't need him dying here. It's an important one. It teaches an ability important for Steiner. I'm still popping a couple steals here just in case. He's probably got like what kind of item on him. Whoa, that's a big hit for Zidane. It's definitely gonna have to be. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, never mind. He's dead. All right. Well. You know, that's the problem with the steal mechanic. You waste a few turns trying to nail this steal and then, like... So again, 0 experience, 5 AP. Phoenix down. Princess, please get a hold of yourself. Zidane, give her the stuff. Oh, I'm, like, phased inside of her. Another thing where the models, like, changed aspect ratio, or where the scene changed aspect ratio slightly. In the remake. Princess, please try to drink all of it. Is she gonna be okay? Oh man, what now? Sheesh, we're gonna be surrounded. Let's get out of here. Go! What are you waiting for? Alright. Oh. Jump. Yeah, but these guys are like really cool because they're like roses. They're like rose petal bugs. Kind of, sort of. They're really cool. The design on these guys is really cool. I love this, by the way. They clearly jump down on both sides of me. But this game does not have like double-sided attacks like 7 did. They did away with that mechanic after 7. I mean, probably rightly. It was a weird mechanic. And it only saw play in a couple of like specific like things, but. That would have been like the perfect time for like a 2-sided attack. What are you doing? Something's wrong. What? The entire forest is coming after us. Blank. Take care of everyone? What did he mean by that? Pew pew, death flags! Fire up all the death flags! Stay tuned, dragon. Pushed him out of the way. Take the bullet for your friend. The forest is petrifying. He's got the map. Nag it and run. The whole forest petrifies. Including blank. Man is the master of daring escapes. Damn it, that idiot! Blank. I hope she gets well soon. This is all his fault. Have you nothing to say, you filth? Oh. Princess! Steiner? How did I survive? You brought me here? It is my sworn duty to protect you at any cost. What are you talking about? It was Vivi's magic and my dagger that got you out of there, Princess. Well, I thank you both. That monkey deserves no praise. None of this would have happened if you and your band hadn't abducted the princess. How dare you claim that you have rescued her? When we get back to Steiner... I left the castle of my own will. What a coincidence, eh? We went into snatch her, and she wanted to be snatched. Impossible. It's true. So what do you say, Rusty? Friends? Come on, let's just enjoy this camping trip while it lasts. Camping? You imbeciles! Surely even you must know something about the mist. The vicious monsters it spawns, the abnormalities it stirs in the mind and body. Princess, we must leave this dangerous place at once. You've got to be kidding. She hasn't even fully recovered yet. Silence! Who asked for your opinion? All right, tell me, how do you plan to get out of here? We're standing in a valley, surrounded by tall cliffs. Last I heard, the North Gate and South Gate were both sealed off. Yeah, that's what I thought. The princess can barely walk right now. You went through this, you should know. I think we should rest here for now. I will never Steiner! State your sworn duty. What else? To protect Princess Garnet till Alexandros. Very well then. I think lignification is more accurate than petrification. The texture looked quite woody to me. What's the difference between lignification and petrification? Until the princess recovers, I will guard this place with my life. Sounds good to me. Vivi, let's get some rest. Petrification to turn it to stone, lignification turns it to wood. But like even the trees that were already wood were affected. How are you feeling? Good, thanks to that medication you gave me. Could this be? Yeah, I was surprised too. After we beat that plant guy, the forest got completely petrified. Vivi told me that you were able to escape because of your friend. More words of the day. We're learning so much tonight. His name is Blank. We must go help him. We can't do anything for him right now. But I can't. We'll come back for him. I'm sure there's a way to cure him. Let's get going. According to the map that Blank gave me, there's a cavern to the south of us. Maybe we can get above the mist through that cavern. Are you all right? Everything's gonna be fine. Trust me. Look, there's something coming. It's a mogul. Wait, Kupo! I'm impressed, Kupo. First time I've seen everyone escape from Evil Forest. You all must be very strong, Kupo. But don't get cocky, Kupo. Lots of stronger monsters ahead. Before you go out to the world, Mogster will teach you a few things. Never trust anyone who says trust me. Teach me Mogster lesson 1. These are like, yeah, this Teach Me Mogster is a series of vignettes that we cut away to occasionally through the early part of the game. Where they basically like go over the basic game mechanics and stuff like that. We don't need any of that. Gosh, bro, you sure know a lot. Yeah, I know. I have a gift for you, Kupo. Take this flute. We received Mogul's flute. With this flute, you can call us anywhere in the world, Kupo. By the way, I get eyes on Steiner over here. This idiot right here. Sleeping away his duty. Press X to play it. Happy trails, Kupo. Thank you. Kupo. Bye. What the? Who goes there? Your friends already left, Kupo. A princess, wait! Alright, we're on the world map for the first time. Let the man sleep. It's not his watch. It's constantly his watch. He said he would not stop. He explicitly said until the princess is safe, he is never going to give up his watch. That's what he said. We are on the world map for the first time, boys. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the world map. So the world map is a constant combat zone. We can get random encounters anywhere here. Everything is dangerous. Wandering around the world map can always spawn. Unless you're on a chocobo, which is a mechanic we have not unlocked yet. But I think if you're on a chocobo, you don't get into any encounters. I might be wrong about that. I don't remember. Different games have different mechanics with regards to chocobos. But anyway, we've been live for almost 3 hours now. We got through the introductory phase to the game. The game's about to open up to us here. Flipo, thank you very much for sticking around. He Who Stands Alone, absolutely love to have you. Stick around, throw me a follow if you'd like. I'm going to play this game to completion because we all know he's an idiot, but he's very dedicated. I am definitely going to play this game to completion. Trying to beat games is one of the things I want to do with the stream. One of the big concepts around me starting streaming was that, I'm really bad at finishing games on my own time. I tend to stick with a game for like, I don't know, a couple weeks and then I'm done with it. So if I haven't finished it by then, I'm just done. Streaming here is going to help me like actually finish this game. So come around, hang out with me. It's only going to help me, it's only going to help me want to finish this game by having you guys engaged with it. So thank you guys for stopping in. I'm having a lot of fun so far. I'm so happy to be back to this game. I haven't played this game in the last time I played it was when I downloaded the Steam version, and according to Steam, that was in 2016. So I haven't played this game in 6 years. I haven't even touched it. And even at that point, I only played it for a couple hours. So I haven't put any real time into this game in probably close to a decade. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you guys for stopping in. I will see you guys around. As always, I have been Tanis Fugit. Ots Tanis. Bye-bye, guys.